Hey guys, it's Stacy here and my wonderful hubby Matt, and we wanted to jump on and do a video because we've been getting a lot of questions about the 21-day reset that we did just recently. And Matt did it 7 years ago when I was pregnant with Jude, and that was really rude because he lost 70 plus pounds during the time I was pregnant. But it was good because he was going to be a father of two and he was having a son and he was going through a lot of it's getting real and I want to be a good example to my kids. So I remember the reset from back then, and it was a little more stressful back then because I was trying to do too many of the meals, which I will show you how not to do that. But we wanted to share our experience doing it together, and so we'll just kind of start off by sharing our results because I think that's what everybody wants to know first, right? So I thought for sure a lot of my fit friends lost 7 to 8 pounds, and I was like, what? How did they lose that much? Well, I personally lost 12. And if you were to look at me before, you'd be like, oh, she doesn't have maybe 5 pounds to lose, but I lost 12 and I've kept 9 of the pounds off, which I'm so happy about. And I want to get back down to 12 because I felt really good the last day of the program. And I lost 7.25 inches all over, an inch in my chest, inch in my waist, inch in my hips. And then you can tell them what you lost.
I lost, right at 23 pounds, I lost a bunch of weight. I think in my waist was 3, hips was 3, chest was 3,
Yeah.
or 4 almost.
12 inches total.
I lost
for
a
him.
bunch, and
Yeah.
And what's random is that I'd gone to the doctor and had some issues, and so this was a big deal for me, and I really stuck to it, and had some awesome results.
Do you want to share what the doctor said?
Yeah,
We
so-
just got a letter today in the mail.
So I've had some issues, some skin issues, some different things going on in my body prior. I had really upped my workouts to working out really 5 to 6 days a week always, and doing a lot more just pure weight training. So with that, I needed to go to a naturopath. I went to a naturopath. They did some blood tests, and my original stuff in the end of September was my cholesterol was 234, my HDL was 36, my LDL was 268, and my triglycerides, I guess, and then my LDL was 154. So there was some real big numbers there. They were not healthy. He said I was having some issues. He said I'm going to have issues with kidneys and blah 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 and this and that. So with that working out, I had been doing taking a lot of whey protein. I would still have Shakeology, different things like that to stay healthy, but I was primarily having a lot of whey, 2 scoops, maybe 3 a day sometimes, just to get my protein in. And you have this assumption in your head that you have to have this animal protein to really get bigger and or be healthy or whatever. I wasn't eating a bunch of junk food. I was having some, but not over the top. I know how to eat overall because I've done this before and I've been working out a lot. So anyways, I did the reset, and I came back and got off all whey, did all that stuff, and here are my numbers now. So cholesterol was 234, it's now 152 in range. HDL cholesterol 36, now it's 32, which is right on. And triglycerides were 268, they're now at 151. And the LDL was 154, it's now 95. And my doctor literally said, wow. And he was whopping down an LDL cholesterol from your diet reveals how harmful the old diet was. So it's amazing, in a short matter of 2 months, I totally changed my body, my internal body, which I wasn't so worried about the external. This wasn't to look better or anything like that for me. That's a product of the other stuff, but I wanted to eat this because I wanted to feel better. And again, it got me a little scared, having some kidney. He said my heart, he said I could be even pre-diabetic in a few years. And I was like, what? I'm 39 years old? Are you kidding me?
I think it was the peanut butter you've been eating. I think large amounts of peanut butter.
I did have a lot of peanut butter, but not actually, I did not have as much. Yeah, I believe it's the whey protein. I mean, I had so much whey protein, and it was something I wasn't having, and then all of a sudden, and I wasn't losing weight. I could not lose weight. I could not get under 265, and
I wasn't able to lose weight either, so that is amazing. I am so happy for you. Oh my goodness, it's so good. And so the reset's 21 days, and it's a really great way to change your mindset and to get new habits. And I didn't understand. I thought I would be dreading every day for the full 3 weeks. And I really felt like I was thriving. I was not just surviving. I know that sounds dumb, but I really felt like I was thriving. In fact, I haven't had a pimple on my face in a month. My skin's been really glowy and clear. We drank a gallon of water every day. You put this Mineralize in it. And so we just had our little system. You wear this bracelet to remind yourself to take your supplements. They give you a little pouch if you're on the go with a little cheat sheet in here. I use that
a lot, so.
Yeah, and then it's just like on week 1, week 2, week 3, there's different supplements that you take at different times. So we set an alarm on, he set an alarm on his phone. I kind of had it in my day. And the supplements, you just had to drink water with them, and then you don't drink water during your meal. But they had handy little things and handy reminders. So really, it was trusting the process.
But I really did do like an alarm for every single thing and had names, so I remembered exactly what it was. Once you do it for 5 days, you remember what's going on to a degree. Yeah. But each week is changing, right? So you do a little different stuff each week, so it's nice to have that.
And you've kept weight off too, haven't you?
Yeah, I've only gained 2 pounds. And I did actually. So let me tell you. So over the weekend, I had a poker party with it's an annual thing that we do with some of my close friends, and there was 30 guys there. And I had some pizza, okay? Made me feel horrible. It made my skin react. It was not worth it, okay?
You couldn't sleep very well.
Yep, couldn't sleep. I also had a little bit of alcohol. Not a lot, but I had enough where it affected me. And I hadn't had any, and I'd lost weight, so it affected me even more, especially on my skin. It's all my skin issues. And it affects my sleep. Mm-hmm. Well, I stopped. I cleaned it up right after that. So Sunday, I ate pretty good. I had a little bit of crackers, stuff like that. That was just a little stuff. But Monday, Tuesday, today, I've eaten perfect. I'm back to, I'm right at 252. I was 250 at the end, almost 251. So, it's right. It's really easy to maintain it if you decide. Most of this is, in my mind, discipline. It's teaching you discipline. And then you're just reacting and saying no when you know it's going to hurt you with other people.
Yeah, and it's really like, instead of having the fear, because we had a Friendsgiving, and we'll get more into the program here in a sec, but we had to go to a Friendsgiving over the reset, and we brought our dinner, and we brought our snack, and we brought the way we ate, and we told them ahead of time, I'm really sorry, we didn't realize it would land on this day. So you want to book your reset when you know you're going to be able to just be home, go to bed early, not have too much travel or stress in your life. But instead of having that fear of missing out at Friendsgiving, we had like the joy of missing out because we knew how good we felt, and we knew we were going to accomplish the 21 days with perfection. I cheated a couple nights with some dried pineapple, but I just want to tell you guys too, like, we were not hungry really on it. We had a little bit of bigger portions than what week 3 said, but it gives you a full meal plan.
Well, no, we had a couple. Let's not lie. We had a couple arguments. I worked out on this thing. I like to work out.
I did too.
I still worked out.
You don't have to.
And I think my dinner was almost twice as big as. Remember, I'm 6'7", 250 pounds, and so I was telling her I just need a double portion of whatever because I am a huge person.
Yeah, I give him more avocado.
And I was losing weight. So I'm just saying, at the same time that we were like, well, it says this, but I know what my body feels like. And so it's partially listening to my body personally. This is just my opinion, and this is my way of doing it. But it was good. In that sense, I ate just a little bit more, like a little more tempeh, a little more salad, a little more stuff. I mean, none of this stuff is bad for you.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
And it made me feel way better. And doing it with you was awesome.
Yeah,
doing it by myself that first time, doing it with you was weird.
So I just want to tell you guys, the first week you get a little bit of eggs, a little bit of salmon. The last 2 weeks are complete vegan. But what's cool about it is there's different snack ideas. So you can have a snack in the afternoon, or you don't have to. So pretty much every day I had a green apple with almond butter because that was my favorite snack option. They have reset and a crunch. So when I get the question like, how am I going to prep all this food? If my husband and I do it together, I'm stressing out already and I haven't even ordered it. This was magic. I don't remember this being in the book when he did it the first time because I was trying to make every meal and every day different. Like, they give you options to do, and you're more than welcome to do that. But I was like, nope, we're having microgreen salad every day. We've still had it every day because the creamy garlic dressing and the microgreen salad with pumpkin seeds is the best lunch in the world.
And if you look at like people on Instagram and stuff that are coaches and stuff like that are specifically weight training coaches, or they're muscly men that are really, in amazing shape. they eat so consistently
yeah.
regimented, the same stuff every day.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like now that I've watched that over the last few years, these guys eat exactly the same every day, and it felt so good to eat the same every day, and you know what to expect. You know what works for your body. And we've hybrided the salads a little bit for me. Like we've added like artichoke hearts or different things that might work for my blood type different than hers. So I have a couple different things and she has a couple different things, but they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, so we also incorporated the blood type diet. So what was beneficial and neutral, if you haven't looked into that, it's really cool. You can buy a little book on Amazon and it'll tell you just the food list. What's great for your blood type and what's not and what's neutral. And
based on my naturopath, even though red peppers and stuff and green peppers are good for O blood types, supposedly on the blood type, my naturopath specifically said nightshades are horrible. No matter, over his 34 years of doing it, he said nightshades always have issues for O blood types. And so I took those out, and a lot of peppers are in here. So if you are O blood type, I would find out before this to see
just
what
go
you are.
donate blood.
Because you might just help. It might help you with your progress in this. And I did not expect to lose 20 some pounds. I didn't even try to lose pounds. I did not care about that. I wanted the inside.
Just kind of like reset from old habits, really get in tune with your body, up your water intake, go to bed earlier.
And I'm still having a gallon a day. I'm still having at least a gallon of water a day. So.
Yeah, and we're still kind of eating on the reset. I had a chunk of cheese last night and my stomach does not feel that good. Well, coffee. I shouldn't say caffeine because my pre-workout has green tea in it. But I've just been sticking to the herbal teas. I've had coffee once in the past week and a half since I got off of it. I did not miss coffee. I missed my pre-workout and I missed gummy candies. What did you miss while you were on it? I didn't even miss chocolate.
I didn't miss anything.
Or chips. I didn't even miss that. So it'll be interesting to see what you miss when you're on it. But like some of the recipes, I just made a big old batch, and you can freeze the black rice and beans. You can bake the tempeh and freeze it. I would just cut up like 4 blocks of tempeh at a time, marinate them, keep them on the fridge, and it would last for the week. And the kids ate the stir-fry veggies with us every night. They're still eating the stir-fry veggies, the toasted sesame oil, like all the flavors and the garlic and the good stuff you get on this plan is so delicious. It is really good food.
And sometimes she would do the stir fry. Sometimes I would. What I would do is she didn't want the rice, so she would have it, or she'd have a little tiny bit of rice, but she didn't want like I was gonna put in there.
Yeah.
So I would make the vegetables, and I would add the oil as I went, and I'd spread it around, not a lot, but enough so that the flavors were spread out a little bit more. But I'd give her vegetables. Then I'd add the rice. You have like moisture, you put a lid on and let it really steam in there and get the moisture down at the bottom, and then you add that rice and get that flavor in there. It's one of the best things you can have. It is so delicious, and it's so good for you.
We haven't even had meat really since we got off of it. Okay, let's talk really quickly before we end symptoms in week 1. So it says in here, day 3 to 5 is going to be the hardest. So you could even start on a Friday or a Saturday to give you a little bit of a head start on the next week instead of starting on a Monday. Yeah. We started on a Monday. I had a headache Monday night, so just went to bed. Dull headache on Tuesday a little bit. What about you for headaches?
Yeah, I was pretty good headaches by about 7:30 at night. It was really hitting, and we went to bed I think by 9:30. I mean, it's really disciplining. Like with us with kids, we made sure that the kids were going to bed at 8, and then we had a little time to like just relax for a second. But really, it was more get stuff ready for the next day. She would be prepping or something, and then we were in bed, like out.
Yeah. And then day 3 and 4, I had some joint pain in my hips where I had to take one Aleve to go to bed one night. It was that bad, and I don't take Aleve hardly ever.
I was definitely feeling it. Like it does affect your joints a little bit because you are releasing toxins like crazy.
It's so
because of what we just normally eat anywhere you go, here in our little world.
Well, I think we can end it, guys. We don't want to keep this too long, but if you have any questions, just let us know. We're here to help, and we are going to be doing it again next year. We're going to do it twice a year on average because especially at the change of the seasons, that's a good time to do it. And I'm running a group in January. I have a few people already joined up for that, so just let us know, and we're here for you.
And I will say, lastly, first of all, she's awesome at this stuff. And secondly, if you have a spouse or significant other, it is so much easier doing it with someone, and it is such a big deal for your body. I mean, it's sort of like a miracle when you get something like this from a doctor, and he's like, wow, and he's so proud of you. And this is a guy that's been doing it 34 years, and he didn't have to send this. I have an appointment with him in January. He could have told me late in January, you know, and I wouldn't have known the difference. But he specifically mailed this and was like so excited. And that's powerful, okay? That's how quickly it can change in your body. I just got off the phone, and this is my last thing. I'm building a building right now, and I have a guy that's going to do the steel in there. And he just had a heart attack at 40-some years old. And he had to get a stent in his arteries already at this age. And that freaks me out. That freaks me out for me because I had some of that. It just happened before we got on this.
Oh my goodness.
And so those kind of things are real, and it's because of our compounding interest of food in our bodies that is not healthy. And it doesn't have to be stuff that we think is the worst. Like I was thinking candy's the worst or chocolate. I'm not eating a lot of that. I just don't eat that much of that. But I was having all this whey, and then I was having cheese, and I was having some crackers and stuff. Well, that still compounds. Like, I can have almond crackers now. I can have some crackers, right? But I don't need to have it every day, and I don't need to have it for 3 days in a row. And so what we're really doing is sticking to this plan 5 days a week, and then limiting ourselves to having those cheats on the weekends to a degree. But it does change how you feel about it because it makes you feel like crap. Some of it does. So we'll find our niche, but I just wanted to share that. And so thank you for pushing me to do this. And
thanks for doing it with me.
It's exciting.
You need a buddy, so that's why I'm like, reach out. Do not do this on your own, and I'll walk you through it. So, all right, guys, talk to you soon.